Hi, we are in Chapter 2 of Creo Parametric 2, and in this session we will be discussing how we can create different geometries using various sketch tools available in Creo, and we can see how we will be adding dimensions and constraints to the sketches. We can see how we can modify the sketches we create, and we can see how we can modify the dimensions using the modify dimensions dialog box. So we can see how we can edit the different geometries using trimming option, and we can see how we can mirror the sketch entities. We will be discussing about inserting standard and user-defined sketches in Creo. So finally we will be discussing about the different drawing display options. So first we'll discuss about the sketch mode. So then we will be saying about the different commands or different sketch tools available in Creo Parametric. So then we will be seeing how we can add dimensions to the sketches. So then we will be seeing how we can add constraints to the sketches. So then we will be seeing how we'll be modifying the dimensions of a sketch. So then we can see how we can delete or trim the sketch entities. So we'll be seeing how we can mirror and insert standard or user defined sketches. Finally we'll be seeing few of the drawing display options, and we have few projects to discuss in the end. So first let us discuss about the sketch mode. So whatever the parts we create in Creo Parametric will have datums, sketched features and placed features. So in here now we are going to see about the sketched features. These are all the first primary steps which we need to follow when we work with sketch mode. First we need to create the required section geometry using different various sketch tools, and we need to add and dimensions to the sketch section. If needed, we will be adding relations to the sketches, and finally we will be regenerating the section before entering into the part mode. So let us see how we can invoke the sketch mode, that is how to start with the sketch mode. So go to Creo, click on new. So this is a new dialog box. Here you can click on sketch and you can specify a name for your sketch and click OK. So this is the initial screen appearance once we enter into the sketch mode. So this is the sketch environment. So this is how the initial screen appearance in the sketch mode once we enter into the sketch mode. So let us discuss about the various sketcher tools which is available or which is helpful to create the different section or sketch geometries in Creo. So first we will be seeing how we are going to create a point. So next we can see how we can draw a line. Then we will be seeing how we can draw a center line. Then we will be discussing about how we can draw the rectangle and a circle. So first let us discuss about the points. So there are two ways to create the points, and there are two types of points. First is the sketch point and the next is a geometric point. So we can go back to Creo. Here you have the sketcher point. So you can just click on the point and you can click somewhere on the screen. So you have, and then just click on select, so you can come out of the sketch mode. And again here we have this datum geometric point. So you can click on this point and you can click on the screen. So we added two points. So one is the sketcher point and this is the geometric point. So here you can edit the dimensions as you need. Say for example let me give 5, and here you can edit this dimension also if needed. So this is how you can create sketch and geometric points in Creo. The main difference between the sketching point and geometric point is the sketching point cannot be referenced outside the sketcher mode, that is it can be used only inside the sketch mode, and the geometric point can be used in sketch mode and also in a part mode once we come out of the sketch. So let us see how we can draw a line. There are two ways to create a line. One is using the line tool, that is using a line chain tool. The another way of creating line is you can create a line using line tangent tool. So let me delete the sketches. So here we have options for creating a line. You can click on this drop down. So we have an option as line chain, so you can click on that and you can click the start point and you can click the end point. So you can see as we move the cursor horizontally, it is displaying as H. It means that the horizontal constraint is applied automatically, so the line will become horizontal automatically. So you can click on the end point and you can draw one more line vertically if you want. So as you move the cursor vertically, it shows V, so that the vertical constraint is applied to the sketches automatically. So you can draw the line at any point as you need. So let me click somewhere and say exit, select. So you can edit these dimensions if needed, and can edit these dimensions. Say for example, let me give 11. So you can say 5. And so if you want to lock the dimension, you can select the dimensions and just right click. So here you can see the options for locking your dimensions. So you can lock the dimensions so that if the sketch entity is moved or dragged, the dimensions will not be changed, so the dimensions will be locked. So let me delete these entities and let us see how we can create line tangent to two circles. So first we need to have two circles for that. So you can click on create two circles. So you can see as I move the cursor from the left, it is taking the constraint, that is collinear constraint for this both the center points. So let me click. So now you can click on this line tangent. So first you need to choose one circular object and the second circular object, and it draws a line which is tangent to both the circles, and you can see here tangent constraint is applied automatically. So as if you move the sketch, move any one of the circle, you can see the line remains tangent to both the circles, since we have drawn a line using a tangent line option. So let me delete this, and you can draw a line tangent. You can choose a circle area here, and even you can choose a circle here also. So here again it is creating a line which is connecting two circles and tangent to two circles. So this way we can create a line tangent to two circles also. Next, let us discuss about how we can create a center line. There are two types of center line. One is using a center line tool, and the next is using the geometric center line tool. So go back to Creo. So let me delete these sketches. So here we have a geometric center line option which is used to create geometric center lines, and here we have a option to create a sketch center line. So you can click on this, you can choose a center line, you can click a point, and you can draw either vertical center line or a horizontal center line as you need it. And once again, to creating geometric center line is also in the same way. You can create on this center line, click the point, and you can draw vertical or you can draw a horizontal center line as you need it. So these center lines are used for reference purposes when we create different sketch geometries. And the difference between the sketch center line and the geometry center line is same as of the sketch points and geometric points. The sketch center line can be used only inside the sketch mode, and the geometry center line can be referenced outside the sketch mode also. And you can delete these sketches. You can select the lines and you can click on delete button. You'll be able to delete the objects, and you can go back to our PPT. And let us discuss about how we can draw a rectangular. There are four types of rectangulars which can be created here. So first is using a corner rectangular, and we can create a slanted rectangular, and we can create a center rectangular, and also we can create a parallelogram. So let us go back to Creo. Here you can see this is a option which is used to create a rectangle. So you can click on the drop down, you can click on the corner rectangular, so where you need to just specify the corner points for the rectangular. So first let me choose the first corner point, and as I move the cursor, it is asking me to fix the next or the next corner point. So I can click somewhere and I click on select, so the automatic weak dimensions are already applied to the sketches. So you can edit this value as you need, so that you will be able to modify the rectangular dimensions, rectangular size. So the sketch entities can be moved or can be dragged. The size of the rectangular can be increased just by dragging the lines, as you see. So you will be able to do this since as long as the dimensions are not locked. So suppose if you don't want the rectangular size to be changed by dragging the entities, you can just lock the dimensions. Just select the dimension, right click, you can click on lock. Again you can select the dimensions, right click and lock. So now you will not be able to change the size of the rectangular by dragging the sketches. And next you can click on the slanted rectangular. So you need to specify the first point, and you can click on the next point at an angle. So for example, let me click on this. So you can see, and it is asking for the third point where you can specify as you need, and click on select. So you came out, so you can see these two entities are parallel and these two lines are parallel, and it has created a slanted rectangular as we needed. So as we discussed earlier, again you can edit these dimensions and you can even lock the dimensions so that the rectangular size will be fixed. And let us discuss about how we can create a center rectangular. Here we need to choose the center point and the corner point for the rectangular. So let me click on this option. So let me choose the center point, and you can fix the end point wherever you need as per your requirement. So it is click on select. So it has placed a rectangular and it has added the dimensions to it, so wherein you will be able to edit these dimensions and fix the size of the rectangular. And let us see how we can create a parallelogram. So you can create a point here, and as you move the cursor, so you can see that we can create a parallelogram as we need it. So once you click on the end point, it has added the automatic dimensions or the weak dimensions, wherein you can edit these dimensions to fix the size of this rectangular. These are all the 4 ways of creating rectangles in Creo Parametric. And next let us discuss about how we can draw a circle. There are 5 ways of creating a circle. So the first is you can create a circle using a center and point tool, and the next is using a concentric tool, and next is using the 3-point tool, and the next is using the 3-tangent tool. That is, the circle can be created which is tangent to 3 circles. And finally we can see how we can draw a construction circle. So let us go back to Creo. Oh my god. So let me delete these rectangles which we created already. So we can draw a center line, just it can be used for reference. So here we have a circle command. Next to that we have a drop down where you have different types of options available. So first we can see how we can create a center and point. So just you need to click a center and you have to click the other point to define as its diameter. So you can edit this diameter as you need. Next you can create a circle concentric to a circle which is already available. So you need to choose a circle for which it has to be a concentric. So let me choose the circles, and you can see it has created the circle which is concentric to the selected circle. So you can specify the next point to define its diameter. And next let us see how we can create a 3-point circle. So just we need to select a 3 points, for example 1 point and the second and the third point. So you can see it has created a circle which is connecting the 3 points what we selected. And we can see how we can create a tangent circle, 3 tangent circle. So first we need to have some more circles for that. So let me create one more circles here. Let me create one more circle here. So now you can create a circle which is tangent to this 3 circles. So click on 3 tangent. So choose 3 circles to which the circle has to be tangent. So you can click on here. So you can see it has created a circle which is tangent to all these 3 circles. You can see here the tangent constraint is applied to the sketches as we draw the sketches. Next we can see how we can draw a construction circle, or even you can make a circle to construction after creating the normal circle. So this is a normal circle which we created. You can select the circle, right click, and you can choose construction from the context menu, so which converts this sketch into the construction circle. Here for example, can open one of the example which we created and click on this figure 2 3. Here you can see this is the construction circle which is created to create this 4 circles. So you can delete these circles, and you can click on the circle option. You can click on center and point. You can choose the center point and also this center point. So it has created the circle, and you can choose the circle, right click, and you can click on construction. So this circle is converted to a construction circle. So this is how we can create a construction circle. So let me close this sketches. So let us go back to our presentation. So we have created a construction circle as here it is shown. So this is a context menu. When you choose a sketch and if you click on right click, this is the options available for you. And let us see how we can draw an ellipse. There are 2 ways to create the ellipse. One is using the axis ends ellipse tool, and the next is choosing the center and axis ellipse tool. So you can go back. So here this is a ellipse command, and just click on the drop down menu. You have the option for the first axis ends ellipse. So you need to choose the axis of the ellipse, and you can specify the size of the ellipse. So just click, and you can edit these values to change the size of the ellipse. And you can click again, go back to the drop down. You can click on the center and axis ellipse, so where you will be choosing the center point and you will be choosing the axis of the ellipse which is symmetric from the center point. So then you will be specifying the size of this ellipse. So you can edit these values as needed so that the ellipse size can be modified as needed.